everyone. I wanted to share a really cool tool that I know about called the Tar Heel Reader. It's a great website that's done by UNC Chapel Hill, and it's basically a compilation of simple books that people have created and uploaded onto Tar Heel Reader with a variety of different topics. And it helps our students with their literacy skills as well as their communication skills. So when you go to Tar Heel Reader, you'll find this welcome page, and you can either find a book that interests you or you can write a book. We're mostly just going to talk about finding a book for the purposes of the activity, but you're more than welcome to go and write your own books. Here you can even change the language to whatever language they have available, but we're going to use English for now. So you're going to click on Find a Book. And here on the page, on the first page, I had already had roller coasters typed in, but you can search for any topic that you want, any topic that's going to interest your child. We want to read books that are interesting to us, and so we want to make sure that whatever your child is interested in, that's what you're reading about. So you can search by a keyword, you can search by topics. They have a variety of topics there. You can search even by books that have been reviewed versus books that have not been reviewed. You'll see they have these little stars. So when you're done reading a book, you can review them yourself. You can find books based off of ratings. So there's some books that are okay for everyone, some books that maybe are for older students, and then you can choose by any rating. And then again, you can choose by language. So let's say that your child likes dogs and roller coasters and Disneyland. One way that you can help to elicit communication is by asking them, what kind of book do you want to read about? Do you want to read about dogs today, roller coasters, or Disneyland? And let them choose. Letting them choose lets them have a lot of power and makes them a little bit more interested in the books that they're going to read. Let's say that they chose roller coasters. Great. So we're going to choose this first book. You can even show them the first four and ask them which in the first row do you want to read? Roller coasters, Every Day is Different, Using Trees, or Aladdin, and let them choose. Again, giving them that power. Let's say they chose roller coasters. We're going to click on roller coasters. And typically when you first use this program, the setting for speech is going to be on silent. So if you choose to do it on silent, that means that you will read the book aloud to your student, or they can read it aloud to you. So you would read roller coasters and then click next. And then they'd read, I like roller coasters. I like to ride them at night. I like to ride them in the day. And so most of these books are very simple, like this one. And you'll see as you go through, it would be simple for you to make your own book too about your child's preferences. Let's say that your student wants to go back. You can even click back and go to the page before. If for whatever reason you don't like this book, you can end it by clicking on this little icon up at the top. And then you would go back to home or find a book. So now I want to show it to you with, if you wanted your child to be a little bit more independent and wanted them to read the book on their own, say you have something that you need to do, you'd go up to this settings wheel, click on speech, and then you'd choose child, woman, or man. I do have to warn you, the recordings are very robotic. I find that the best one is the man's voice, but you can play around with it and see what your child prefers. So I'm going to click on man.
Roller coasters.
And it'll start to read it for you as soon as you click the button.
I like roller coasters. I like to ride them at night.
So one way that you can elicit some expressive language through this activity is that you can be the one that's in charge of the computer, and your student has to tell you when to go next. So they can either tell you next or turn the page or go. And whenever they give you that key word,
I like to ride them in the day,
you would hit that next button. Or if they're like, wait, I want to hear the last one again, they can tell you back or go back, and then you would hit back.
I like to ride them at night.
Or if they don't like the book, they can say, stop, no more, all done. And then you would hit this little icon up here. So it's a great little tool that you can use. I'm going to fast forward though.
I like to ride them in the day,
so you can see the end.
I like when they go up. I like when they go down. I like it when they go round and round. I even like them upside down.
Oh, that's the other thing. You can even have conversations about the book that you're reading. So you can say, I don't like to go upside down, or maybe I like to go upside down, or wow, that looks scary. So when it's at the end,
what would you like to do now?
You can read the book again, and your student can say, yeah, again, and it'll start you back from the beginning. You can rate the book. You can even have a conversation about that, or you can read another book. For rating the book,
rate this book,
you can ask your student, did you think that was a really good book? 3 stars. Or did you think that wasn't so good of a book? Or it was just okay. And then you would choose. Alrighty. So that is a great tool, Tar Heel Reader. Now, Tar Heel Reader has Tar Heel Shared Reader, which is also really awesome. And I actually prefer this one more for communication reasons. So you would go to find a book. It looks very similar to what you just saw. So let's do how to cook. That looks interesting to me. And you'll see down at the bottom, there's all of these icons that you guys can use to make comments and talk about the book, especially for our students who are nonverbal or minimally verbal, or students that just need that extra reminder with the icons of what to say. So the other thing that is really, really awesome about this is that you can limit the icons that are down at the bottom. So maybe you only want the words like and it. Maybe we don't even want in. We want to keep finished. We can do more. I want and not. Let's keep look in there. And let's keep you. And then let's delete all of these other ones. We don't want any of these other icons in here. So we're going to uncheck all of those. And we can even limit the number of icons that are at the bottom of the page. So we can say we want 9, or maybe we only want 4. But I think we're going to do 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 icons total. Then you click done. And you can scroll through the bottom. For some of our students, that's going to be too much to find those. So you might want to just limit it to the number of icons that you have. So let's just do, 12. That way we can get all of our icons in here. So you could just start by looking at this picture and you could say, oh man, I like mashed potatoes. And you can even ask, do you like mashed potatoes? And then they can say, I like them, or I don't like them. And then you can go to the next page. Okay, and then you can read it aloud. This version of Tar Heel Reader does not have the option for someone to read it aloud, because the idea is really it's a shared reading activity where you might read it aloud to them, and then you're going to make comments and ask questions based off of the pictures and the words and the story. Like I said, if there's more icons than are allotted at the bottom, you can scroll by using these arrows to see them. I think it's just easier if you decrease the number of icons and put it down there. So that is the Tar Heel Reader. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a really great tool, and I'd love to talk about it with you more if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you guys so much, and hope you're all doing well.